Hey guys, Coach 𝐸𝐻𝐸 here. Welcome to another video. Tonight I'm going to talk paycheck to paycheck and how to really break the cycle in 2020. And you have here my girl Tamara Braxton. She says, I'm so ready for change. So you are definitely going to want to stay tuned to this video. If you want to learn how to stop that cycle and you want some tangible tips on really how to do it, I'm going to give it to you quick and dirty. All right. So let's get right into it today. I wanted to come and share this quick story with you. I'm gonna cover up my face, and this was a post that I did like a while back. This was like well over like almost 2 years ago, and this really happened to me. And this is when I started to realize for myself that living paycheck to paycheck is not where it's at. Okay, so this actually happened to me. So there was one summer I was working and you know, my check didn't come. And a lot of times we become so dependent on our jobs. And that's when I realized, hey, that's when I started doing online marketing, because I was like, basically what ended up happening is my check didn't come. I don't know what happened with HR, whatever, my check did not come. So then, but the bills kept coming. So basically my account just kept depleting down because the bills didn't come. And I asked them to issue me an emergency check. And that didn't come. So what ended up happening was my account went negative waiting on that check. And it was very frustrating. It was embarrassing. I had to go into the bank. It was like all these things. And then here I have the screenshot from where my account had went negative. And that's when I decided, I was like, I will never, ever, ever be in a position where 100% of my income ever comes from any one source, including a job. So that was it. That was the day that I decided, okay? You know, because jobs can decide your future, right? But you always want to be in control of your own future. And that's really what we're talking about is, how do you break that cycle, right? So the question, the core question really is who do you want to be in 90 days, right? Because it's going to take, you're not going to, you know, any of us, right? Myself, when I made that decision, right? It didn't happen overnight. This is 90 days, you know, is a cycle period. Every 90 days, things are renewing. Your hair is growing in 90 days. Your finances can change in 90 days. So a 90-day period, you can see a major growth in any area of your life, including your finances. Okay. So the question is, who do you want to be in 90 days? And I would encourage you, if you don't have a pen and paper, get a pen and paper right now, because I'm going to give my best tips. But you definitely want to first decide, who do you want to be 90 days from now? Who is it? And don't let this question be steered by anybody but yourself. This is for you. Well, who do you want to be 90 days from now? Okay. All right. So what a lot of people think that the manifesting process looks like, especially when they're like, oh, I want to, you know, not be broke, not be paycheck to paycheck. They think it looks like this, you know, getting their little glue gun out or the glue stick and writing all these things and slapping it on the vision board. And that's what they envision as the manifesting process. But the manifesting process is actually a working process. So it starts with a little bit of self-discovery. There's work involved, there's reflection involved. And these are the three pieces that if you have them involved in your process, you can make anything happen for yourself, including moving from paycheck to paycheck or being broke. You can make that happen for yourself in 90 days. So let's talk about that process, okay? So before you even get to any of that, you have to do some brainstorming and a little bit of a reality check. I'll move myself over here. So here you have the guy. He was like, I know you effing lying. So the thing is, sometimes we tell ourselves stories. Okay. So it starts with, a reality check. You know, why are you in the position that you are? Why am I in the position that I am? Why am I here? I guess that's the question that like 90 days, every 90 days I say, why am I here? You know, what do I need to do to go there? Right? What have I accepted? Right? So that's another question to ask yourself. What have you accepted? What have you got comfortable with? Have you got comfortable with living paycheck? Is it just so normal to you that you don't even see the dysfunction in it? Okay. So what have I accepted? What have I got comfortable with? The next key question that you have to answer, and these are questions you should be writing down on paper, and you should literally be answering these before you move on in this process. The next question is, what needs to change to get me out of the position that I'm in? Okay. So for every person, that's going to look different. right? If you're looking to get yourself out of paycheck to paycheck, you're looking to get yourself out of broke, there are some things that are going to have to change. What got you in this position in the first place, and what needs you to get out? So for example, is it, your spending habits? Is it, your job doesn't pay you enough money? Sometimes you got to get real with that, right? Is it that, what needs to change now to get you out of that position? Is it, you need to be around people who aren't paycheck to paycheck so you can know that that's not normal? Is it that, you need to be around a different tribe of people, that are doing things, that are building something, so that maybe you're inspired to do that for yourself? Is it that you need to work on your mindset, right? That's a daily battle in itself, is working on mindset, right? I work on that every day. Sometimes I have to have other people check my mindset for me, because it's a daily battle. Okay, so these are the 3 questions that before you even begin the process of trying to work yourself out of paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people just think that, here's the thing, what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that go make more money and that's going to get you out of paycheck to paycheck. But there's a lot of other things that need to happen before you even do that, because otherwise you'll end up in the same space if you don't work through some of these things that got you there in the first place. All right. All right, the next thing is, again, going back to the question, who will you be in 90 days? This is a 5-step process that really can help you manifest anything, okay? First thing is to make a decision that you're truly tired of being broke, right? Or living paycheck to paycheck, right? Make a decision that you're truly tired of it, right? And it starts with the decision. So I guess that would be number 1. It starts with the decision. So make the decision and write it down on paper. This is something you're going to actually write down on a piece of paper. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Like, write that down, right? Number 2 is you're going to create a plan. What can you do to increase your daily income or your cash flow? Because if you're trying to work your way out of being broke and living paycheck to paycheck, you're not going to do it because you wish that you can make more money. You're going to do it with an actual daily plan, right? What is it that you need to do daily to create cash flow, right? Is it that you're going to get another job? Is it that you're going to start an online business? And then are you going to be consistent with that? Right? So what can you do and what will you do to increase your daily income and your cash flow so that you're not in that situation? All right? Because that's what it is, right? You have to increase that cash flow. The next thing is commit. Like, what daily action steps will you commit to over 90 days to create something different? 90 days. Why 90? Not 30 days. Right? A lot of people want like microwave results. They're like, oh yeah, if I don't change my life in 30 days, I'm done with this. I don't change my diet in 30 days, I'm done with this. I don't change my marriage in 30 days, I want a divorce, right? Everything, we have such a microwave society. But 90 days it typically takes to create a new habit and to break an old one. So what daily action steps will you commit to over 90 days to create something different? I'll give you a really good example. So when I first decided I was going to build a business online, the one core thing that I committed to every single day was a power hour. I said that in order for me to create my cash flow in my online business, I needed to commit to my daily advertising and marketing for an hour. I did that for an hour every single day, no matter what. Okay, that was my daily action step. Okay, so that's going to look different for everybody, but write down what daily action steps you're going to commit to over 90 days to help you create something different. All right. The number 4 is back to that microwave mentality. Ditch that microwave mentality, and this is where, this is something I'm always working through, pushing through doubt, pushing through fear, pushing through bad habits and comfort zones, right? And realize that everything in life must be built, right? You want to get out of paycheck to paycheck, you're going to have to build that new reality. You want to get out of being broke, you're going to have to build that that reality. And T.D. Jakes said that he has a very great sermon about how everything in life must be built. No matter what, a marriage must be built. It doesn't start with the wedding. Weight loss must be built. It doesn't start with deciding that you want to lose weight and telling people you want to lose weight, right? You want a successful business. It must be built. So just realize that everything in life must be built, including manifesting a new reality. The next thing is, and this is just acceptance, right? Step number 5 is to be ready to fall and to get up 1,000,000 times. And here's the thing. Every time you get up, you're going to bring a lesson with you. So you're going to dust yourself off and you're going to say, okay, what did I learn that time I fell? It's just like riding a bike, right? Like, what did I fall that time? I'll give you a really good example. I always like to compare it to weight loss. So for people who've been around long enough, like 10 plus years, like years ago, I lost like 75 pounds. I went on this big weight loss journey. People followed me on my journey, blah, blah, blah. I lost like 75 pounds. And one of the things that helped me talk about daily action step, my daily action step in my weekly action step was I went to a weekly meeting called Taking Off Pounds Sensibly, and I stayed accountable to that meeting no matter what. There were weeks that I showed up and I literally cried because I had to be accountable to that group and to that scale no matter what. And it's not like Weight Watchers, I hate Weight Watchers, but I went to the group and I was accountable to that scale and I was accountable to that group no matter what. And every time my group, I loved the group that I had when I lived in Utica. They were very honest and transparent with me. They were like, listen, girl, you're not going to stay here and cry. What did you learn? Write it down. So literally I had a notebook and it was like a failure notebook. And I wrote in that notebook things that I learned. And guess what? I turned those what I called failures into wins because it helped me the next week be better at what I did. And guess what? When a newbie came into our meeting and they were struggling, I was like, girl, on week 12, I went through the same thing. I was literally able to go through my notebook and be like, hey, on week 12, I went through the same thing. Here's what I would do to help you get through that plateau. You plateauing, girl, it's okay. So now you can be able to help somebody else win because instead of looking at your failure and deciding that, or you falling and deciding that you are a failure, you were able to look at that fall and decide to turn it into a win. And that's a whole different mindset that has to be cultivated. And it has to be cultivated on a daily basis. I know that when I don't cultivate on a daily basis, it manifests in my life. So it's something that I'm working more on, right? So be ready to fall and get up 1,000,000 times and write down those lessons, right? Because it doesn't mean you're a failure because you failed. It means that you're going to bring a lesson with you and it's going to help you reevaluate and be better the next time when you get back up. You're going to keep getting back up and you're going to be stronger and better every time. So this is how you create your plan. All right. So I want to give my last words and affirmations. And then I have another slide after this. So here's an affirmation that you can say. Well, before we even go into the affirmation, I do want to say that another thing is when deciding that you're going to change your reality. First of all, know that if someone else has done it, there's plenty of people out there that have gone from, living paycheck to paycheck or being broke, and they have gone to, save, invest, create amazing businesses. So if they can do that, you can do that too. So the time for woe is me, I can't have it, it's for everybody else. Nope, stop that. Decide that if someone else can have it, you can have it too. And then stay in your lane. This is a lesson that I had to reteach myself in this year. I had to reteach myself this in this year to stay in my lane. Because when you start comparing yourself to other people, comparing victories, comparing seasons, your season is not going to look like somebody else's season, and that's okay, right? And we all have, when I say stay in your lane, what I mean is we all have gifts. We all have things, that unique talents, unique things, that make us unique as a person, that can help us in our journey of making more money, pushing past broke and things like that. So stay in your lane and honor who you are. Okay. Don't compare your victories and don't compare your seasons. Okay. People are not going to do things the way you do them. Right. And now let's get into this affirmation. I would encourage you to make your own affirmation. This is something that, recently I have put into my, what do you call this thing? Calendar. I was like, what is that thing called? In a calendar. So let's go over this. And you want to have, 2 things in front of you on a daily basis to be able to create a new reality. And those 2 things are, what are your goals? Okay. So what is it that you say you're going to do in 90 days? You should be looking at that every single day. And the second thing is, what is your daily affirmation? Here's an example of an affirmation. It starts with I am, because you're calling into existence what you what you want to manifest. So I am highly favored and uniquely anointed. I am blessed with abundance and overflow. Today, I plant seeds that break generational curses. I will not allow fear, doubt, comfort, or indecision to kill my favor. God, stretch me beyond my comfort, beyond my insecurity and doubt until favor wins. Today, I serve with excellence, intentionality, and focus. My thoughts are divinely aligned. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Favor overflows into all areas of my life. Thank you, God, for helping me to not be the same. I need you. I know I won't walk this path alone. Amen. Amen means it's finished. It's done. It's out in the universe. And then you go live it. Right? So, I really hope that this video was of value to you. I want to leave you with some resources that have helped me with this whole process. First of all, there was a video that I watched 2 years ago, and it was a game changer for me. Oh, this video, I tell you, I watch it a lot. Recently, I started watching it every day. I've been watching this video every day, and it's wonderful. It's called The Power of Habit by Leah. I can never say her last name. I'm not even going to try. Leah L, right? Her name on the screen. And the reason why this video is powerful, first of all, let's talk about who Leah is. Leah is a person who, she started in Mary Kay. She started as a regular consultant, and she blew up in the company. Because while other people were focusing on all these things, she focused on like core 3 to 4 activities that she was going to do every day for 90 days. And I know like Jade Hooper with It Works did the same thing. I follow Jade. Been following Jade for like 6 years, right? These women, literally, while everybody else was focusing on the, I won't say the wrong things, but different things, they literally said, the one thing I can do consistently to make sure I win is to create habits that help me win. And that if I learned anything from these women, it is that. So read that or watch those videos. They're on YouTube. They're free. It's called The Power of Habit by Leah, whatever her name is, Lachlan. I'm going to assume that's how you say her name. The next one is Sarah Jakes, and I love Sarah Jakes. She has a lot of sermons that, when I'm washing my booty in the morning, I listen to her sermons because they feed my soul. And the way she speaks, everybody ain't for everybody, but I love the way she speaks. And that's actually on my, my vision is to go to a couple of her bigger conference, or her smaller conferences. I meant to say, I don't want to go to her big ones, but her smaller conferences. All right. So anyway, Sarah Jakes has, 3 sermons that to me, they really not only speak to the power of habit and discipline during your 90-day journey, but it speaks about changing. Okay, so there's one called Trust the Promise and Let Go of the Distractions. There's another one called Sarah Jakes by Sarah Jakes. It's called Change Your Core, and another one is called Skin in the Game. And then TD Jakes has a awesome sermon called The Discipline of Doing. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, beneath this video are my best resources on making money online. If you're truly interested in starting an online business and changing that paycheck to paycheck broke trajectory, and you want to create some additional streams within, your finances, then that's that. I really do hope that this whole video was of value to you as I share my experiences, my lessons, my failures, my wins. And I really do hope that this can help you on your trajectory of creating whatever story you want for yourself in the next 90 days. All right. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.